Okay, so for today's story is gonna be a little bit different. Um, this is kind of a funnier one, but a shorter one. It involves a movie star by the name of John Travolta. That is John Travolta right there. He's a very well-known actor. And at one time, we kind of crossed paths. So, a while back, I was working in Scottsdale, Arizona, at a place called Blanco's Taco and Tequila. I was the head sous chef, and we had a big meeting going on with our what they call area manager, who, just to let you know, was a dork, like a dork that thought he was cool but never was gonna be cool. Like, and you have those in the restaurants. Those guys that they got their position just because, not by skill, just because they kissed up to their bosses. But anyways, the executive chef at that time was also like that. By that time, I was working underneath my friend Jason, who was a general manager, and we were sitting down. And then I got up, and while I was on my way back to the table to the main meeting, I see a gentleman standing at the hostess stand. And just to let you know, I had just recently put an ad in a Craigslist for dishwashers and prep cooks. So I see out there in the waiting area, there's a man, dark hair, baseball cap, jacket, sunglasses, thick mustache. To me, he looks like a landscaper. I'm Mexicano, I know I work in the field, so I'm looking at him, and I tell the hostess at the time, I was like, hey, that guy's probably here to apply for dishwashing or a prep cook job. Do me a favor. Give him the application, let him know to fill it out, and then he can either wait or I'll call him afterwards. So I sure go up to him. I go sit down to the meeting, and we start talking the meeting, all the managers and the chefs. Then all of a sudden I see the hostess take the guy that's there to apply for the dishwashing position or prep cook to go sit down. So I'm like, maybe he wanted somewhere to sit to fill out the application. Shortly after, I didn't think nothing of it. I thought the guy was just going to wait for me. So I'm not paying attention to him. A server by the name of Garrett comes up to us. And this with everybody there. And all of a sudden he looks, he's like, hey guys. I'm like, what? He's like, you'll never believe who that is. And I'm thinking in my head, my prep cook? And he tells us, dude, that's John Travolta. I'm like, what? He's like, John Travolta's at my table with his, one of his associates. And I'm thinking in my head, I just sent this guy an application to be my prep cook or my dishwasher. So I don't remember if I told the people at the table probably not, because Justin was there. But needless to say, when Garrett said that, I looked at Jeff. And I told him, I was like, looks like the dishwasher's John Travolta. Jeff was the executive chef. He was a super dork. So I ended up running, even the meeting. And I went to the kitchen to make sure his food was great. And they took out his food. He liked everything. Garrett came back and told us he liked everything. And it was awesome. But yeah, I sent John Travolta an application. Or I sent the hostess with the application John Travolta to be my dishwasher prep cook, not knowing it was John Travolta. But that was a cool story. It was one of my very, very embarrassing moments. But it happens. But it's kind of cool, I did get to feed Mr. John Travolta amongst, many celebrities and politicians and people I have met throughout my lifetime as a chef. That was my way that my chef and culinary career crossed paths with John Travolta. Me thinking he was originally there to be my prep or dishwasher. And ended up finding out he's the actual star that I've watched so many different movies of. But that's the story for this evening, guys, alright?
Okay.
You guys have a great evening. Till next time.